Alright, I am here to show you guys how to make 4 maps zoomed in using the same layout template. So just to be clear here, I'm using our map from labs 2 and 3 as an example. You are going to be using your midterm map of Philadelphia, but this map is of Africa. So here's the map project. Remember, for your midterm, you're making one map project. And then I have created here one layout that I'm going to reuse for my 4 maps. So this is really simple, but I could, if you haven't created a layout yet, you're going to start here with new print layout. I already made one. So I'm going to go to it here. Here's my layout. I have my title, my subtitle, my legend, my scale bar, my credits, my north arrow, and my map element. So right now this is zoomed into Central Africa, and all I'm going to do to export this right now is press export as PDF right here, and it's going to ask me where I want to save it, and we're going to save it as Central Africa. Save. I already did one of West Africa, you may have seen. So it pops up with this set of questions. You could check these things, but you don't need to. Yeah, you don't need any of those as separate files. So I would uncheck them to make your life a little easier. And then you can do PNG. I think either will work, but PNG will probably be a smaller file. And then you can check simplify geometries to reduce output file size if you have that option. If not, in whatever version you're using, I wouldn't worry about it. And then just press save. And this should pop up with this green check mark that says export layer, successfully exported layer 2, and then the place where you saved it. Make sure you know where you're saving things. You should have a file by this point, a folder, sorry, for this class, and then a subfolder in that for this midterm, and should be saving your PDFs in there. Okay, so that looks great. Now, to change this, all I'm going to do is press this button right here that allows me to grab my map element and drag it around. So now I'm leaving everything the same. It's still using the same map. And I'm going to go here, really, here, so that I have Southern Africa. And now I'm going to edit this. Oh, I grouped these. This is 2 different of these text elements right here. And then I press this to group the items so that when I move them around, I can, like, using my arrow buttons, I can move them. Oh, it ungrouped apparently, because that, I need to be able to grab that one. There you go. So now this is no longer Central Africa. I'm going to change this to say Southern Africa. And it messed it up because Southern is a longer word than Central, so I kind of have to fidget with this a little bit. Okay, that looks pretty decent, right? Oh, look at that. That got a little, keeps doing that to me. Okay, here we go. Looks good. What am I going to do here? I'm going to go up to this PDF button, and I'm going to call this Southern Africa. Save. This pops up. I don't need anything. Save again. And now I have one called Southern Africa. Now, hopefully you can guess what I'm going to do next. I'm going to change this over here and say, let's see, we could do like this, and say, really, Mozambique is really southern. We're going to do this and say right here, I'm right clicking, going to item properties. That way this pops up so that I can change it. Highlight that, West Africa. Okay, and that looks good, so here we go. Sorry, East Africa. Okay. And save. Save. Okay, so now I have in my file folder, if I go to this folder, I have these 4 things. I showed you making 3 of them. I had already made West Africa. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 PDFs. For your midterm, what you're turning in is you're going to create a new folder, and you're going to say, you're going to name it your last name. And you're going to drop in there your 4 zoomed in PDFs. And then you're going to drop in your midterm project file. So if I go back to here, I want this QGIS, and I have it saved somewhere else. So I'm just going to go ahead and save it in that file from here. So save as, because I want to be able to go in and see what layers you have, and I'm going to be checking things, you know, to see how you filtered and whatever. So you're going to go in here and say save as, and let's see, here, and this will be midterm 1. Okay, so what you're going to turn in on, what day is it? Tuesday is when it's due. That's the 1st, I think. Yep. So you're going to turn in a folder that has these 5 things in it. And actually you're going to have 2 more things. You're going to have a Word document that is your reflection, and another Word document that is your planning document. And each of them have 5 questions. So you will have these 5 things in here plus 2 Word documents. And what I want you to do is go right click and then compress to zip file. Or your computer might give you an option to like send to zip, or save as zip, or export as zip, or zipped, something along those lines. But you're going to compress that whole file into a zipped file, and then that's what you're uploading onto Canvas for your final thing, with your planning document as a Word document and your reflection in here with these 5 things, 4 PDFs, and your midterm project, QGIS project. See, it says QGIS project. That's what you're going to need. Okay, hopefully that is all clear now. Good luck.